Oh, greetings. This is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster. That's from SNL, Kal Katster. I was never on SNL, but yeah, anyway. I guess first thing what this will be is an update on Channel 1. There hasn't been one in a while. The Channel 1 update is there has been no news on Starship Chimera except for some new unit footage that was shot for the sci-fi footage dailies, planet sets and stuff. We're gonna have to do some of that again. It looked good, but not a lot of it. There were some mistakes. Also, Starship Locations books going through minor changes. We're going to add a 5th book to the books, because there was like one where everything kind of comes together, kind of the Crisis on Infinite. That's in production, and part of it is some of the leftover Marshall Sportiest, some of the leftover making of Chimera movie, which is funny, is in there, but mistranslated into Korean. So it's all mistranslated and then back into English. So it still is English. It's just we didn't want to affect any of that. Also, some of the Reddit on the Channel Awesome thing has been mistranslated into it as well, as English, as part of the crisis that's going on. So, but in the Silly Track version, as a parody, it'll sort of be spoofing. It won't call it that, of course. It'll be something else. Like it'll be probably the crisis will be in the story that the movie didn't come out, so they're panicking or something, and but having nothing to do with us, but rather the other overlords that are the overlords. So that would be fine if it's the overlords and it's like the evil boss lady or the evil boss man or whatever in Silly Trek instead of that. Also the Gomelt stories were rewritten and retranslated through it as a one of the chapters in the middle of it, the chapter. It'll make sense. You don't have to know what those were. It's completely rewritten. It's just that the sources were. So indirectly, these various controversies that were and things that were going on between 2012 and this year that have been reworked into a Cillian story, sort of like the Marshall Sportius stuff was. Anyway, so that's all that's really up there. We have to change the name of Starcrackers. We have to change the name of Distant Destinies. We've not chosen new names yet. This is due to brand confusion with Starcrackers, and also Distant Destinies. Other people have come out with other stories that sound similar, and any time I go to plug or promote one of my new stuff that's coming out, they're like, "Oh, that game," or "Oh, the crackers," or "Oh, something else." So yeah, it's confusing to them. So we have new names in mind, but we don't want to put them on the net because Mark's cards tonight. Because otherwise, then someone will claim that name somehow. Even though we're not famous, it usually doesn't happen, but it could. So we have an idea for both of them, and we're going to go with it. Also, the stoner comedy was stoner space comedy was accepted as a part of the Cillian saga. There's a lot of stuff that I wrote, apparently, and a lot of stuff that was inspired by other things, which will be acknowledged in the credits. So whenever they do, I'll if anything is remotely somebody else's, like the alltransformers.com thing or something, like that, for instance, the Transformers thing, that's a dead website. Anything like that, we will acknowledge somewhere in the credits, like we did for the Robotech thing. We said the Transformers Robotech thing, okay, this is based loosely on this short story by this one author, and then went with it, put it in there, so it's in there, and they're given credit. We can't pay them though, so sorry. We give them credit. So yeah, if there's any part of that Mike Grimelt controversy that actually makes it into the story, enough of it to be able to tell, we'll have to put some acknowledgement at some if it's ever made into a cartoon series or something, we'll have to put his name somewhere in there based on a premise by this person. But probably not, because it's probably going to be changed significantly to the point that it's not his story at all. It's getting completely altered. It's an early draft. It was run through a translator and then out again. So the dialogue is completely, changed. So yeah. But in the case of other things, I'm going to cut the tape. And so that's the update for the channel. There's not much to say, except basically some name changes have occurred. Chimera, the movie, is still due to start full production again at some point in October or November. And we will have something out by February. At least something. For Valentine to the fans. Anyway, so yeah, this movie has taken, Chimera movie's taken forever. I've already talked about it on the Chimera channel, what happened and what didn't. Yeah, and yes, Mark Cards is still the producer, director, and he's still directing it, and he's still busy. So it's nothing as shocking as you might think. Not shocking at all. Aye. And it affected them directly because there were crazy people stalking them at their house. So that sucks. But yeah, so yeah. That's all really, that's not cool. Yeah, that's making it worse. That's like, why would you do that? But yeah, so, and besides, he's friends with that gigantic bear dude. It's like, I wouldn't mess with that guy. He's huge. Gigantic. It's hilarious that they both reviewed Smallfoot, and he was basically, a big dude, and whereas the smaller guy, well, he's average height, I guess. Little average height. Yeah, Doug Walker's quite tall. So. Anyway, yes. But yeah, that's all, I guess. That's just, it's a talking pointless episode, I guess. But yeah, they get ready to rebuttal Google letter, I guess, and say, "Oh, sorry." Yeah. And in the Silly Trek version, it will be as dismissive as the actual version was. So they'll be like, "Oh, is that all it was about?" But yeah, it'll be changed considerably. So shouldn't worry about it. Oh, forget it. Let's get Silly Trek version. But yeah, who's gonna read the Silly Trek version? They won't get it. They'll be like, "Oh, let's talk about something." Yeah, it has to be completely changed. No, I'm not gonna. But yeah, sure. Got no dog in the race. Got no horse in the race. From here out here, it's drizzling outside.